How does a car become a legend? It's not just about horsepower or sleek lines. Sometimes it starts as a response to a rival. For the Toyota Supra, it's a story of engineering obsession, a Hollywood spotlight, and an engine so tough it became a myth. This is how a Japanese Grand Tourer became a global icon and why its story is far from over. Section 1. The Challenger is born Mk1 and Mk2. The year is 1978. In Japan, Datsun's Z car is the undisputed king of the sports car market, and Toyota wants in. Their plan wasn't to build a new car from scratch, but to cleverly evolve their Celica coupe. They took a Celica, stretched it by just over 5 inches, and swapped the 4-cylinder for a smooth inline-6. And just like that, the Celica Supra was born. The first generation A40 wasn't some fire-breathing monster. It was a comfortable, stylish cruiser that laid the groundwork. But it was the second generation A60, launched in 1981, that began to flash the Supra's true potential. It had a sharper, more aggressive design, complete with pop-up headlights and flared wheel arches that were pure 1980s cool. It also got a critical upgrade: independent rear suspension, proving Toyota was getting serious about performance. The world began to notice. In the US, it snagged Motor Trend's Import Car of the Year for 1982. And over in Germany, the A60 won the prestigious Golden Steering Wheel Award, an early sign that this car was something special. Section 2. Finding its own identity, Mk3. For 2 generations, the Supra lived in the Celica's shadow. That all changed in 1986. With the third generation A70, Toyota finally dropped Celica from the name, and the Supra stood on its own. This was a pivotal moment. The Celica shifted to a front-wheel drive platform, while the Supra proudly remained a rear-wheel drive performance flagship. The A70 was heavier, but it came armed with new tech. Most importantly, it introduced the world to the first ever turbocharged Supra. The now legendary 7M GTE engine got the party started, giving the car the power it desperately needed to compete. It was this generation that started carving out a reputation in motorsport, finding a home in the punishing worlds of drag racing and circuit events. The foundation was set, the name was established, but the best was yet to come. Section 3. The legend is forged in iron, Mk4. Then came 1993. Toyota unveiled the 4th generation A80 Supra, and it looked like a spaceship. The sharp, boxy lines of the 80s were gone, replaced by a smooth, aerodynamic design that has become truly timeless. But the real story, the heart of the legend, was under that long hood. This is where we meet the hero of our story, the 2JZ GTE engine, a 3.0-liter, twin-turbocharged, inline-6 masterpiece. It was more than an engine. It was a flex of engineering muscle. Toyota built the 2JZ with a cast-iron block and internals so ridiculously over-engineered it felt like a happy accident. In the US, it was rated at a healthy 320 horsepower. But in Japan, due to a gentleman's agreement among automakers, it was officially rated at just 276 horsepower. A number everyone knew was a lie. Tuners quickly discovered its secret. This engine was nearly bulletproof. The stock internals could reliably handle over 600 horsepower. With a bigger single turbo and fuel system upgrades, 1,000 horsepower wasn't just possible, it was repeatable. It became the go-to for builders who wanted to embarrass supercars without taking out a second mortgage. On the track, Mk4 was a beast, competing at Li Mans and Pikes Peak. But it truly dominated the All-Japan Grand Touring Car Championship JGTC, where liveries like the Castrol Tom's Supra became giant killers, regularly battling and beating formidable rivals like the Nissan Skyline GTR. Section 4. The Hollywood Hero. For all its engineering and racing success, Mk for Supra might have remained a niche enthusiast car. Then, in 2001, a street racing movie changed everything. The Fast and the Furious didn't just feature a Supra, it made it a hero. The bright orange 1994 Supra, driven by the late Paul Walker's character, became the star. When the hood pops and Jesse says to Jay-Z engine, "No shit," it was a moment that broadcast the engine's legendary status to the entire world. The film showcased the car doing what it did best, being built, tuned, and unleashed on the street. It became the aspirational 10-second car for a new generation. This wasn't just a movie role, it was a cultural coronation. The Supra's fame exploded, and its legacy was cemented in video games like Need for Speed, where anyone could build their own virtual legend. The MK4 was now more than a car. It was a symbol of an entire era of automotive culture. Section 5. The long hiatus and the controversial return. Despite its fame, the world was changing. Shifting market demands and stricter emissions rules led Toyota to pull the Supra from the U.S. market in 1998. With production in Japan officially ending in 2002, for 17 long years, the legend went dark. But its absence just made the community want it more. MK4 prices skyrocketed, and the car achieved true collector status. Then, after years of rumors, the Supra finally returned in 2019. The fifth generation, A90, developed under Toyota's Gazoo racing brand, was here, but it arrived with a twist that split the internet in half. It was a partnership with BMW, sharing its platform and engine with the new Z4. To many purists, a Supra with a BMW heart was sacrilege. But that controversy overlooked a key fact. The GR Supra was an exceptional sports car. Its BMW-sourced B58 inline-6 was praised for its balance and performance. And the car quickly started earning its own trophies in NASCAR, Formula Drift, and beyond, and in a perfect echo of its history. It won Germany's Golden Steering Wheel Award in 2019, the very same award its ancestor won 37 years earlier. Section 6. The future of the legend. The current generation, GR Supra, is reportedly nearing the end of its run, with final models slated for 2026. But Toyota has made it clear this isn't another long goodbye. The gap between the fifth and sixth generations will be much shorter this time, so what's the word on the street? Reports and rumors, many pointing to a 2027 debut, suggest Toyota will be developing the next Supra entirely in-house, parting ways with BMW. While some speculate it may lose the iconic inline-6 in favor of a powerful hybrid system to meet new regulations, the focus appears to be on a true Toyota platform. It's expected to remain rear-wheel drive, with many hoping its design will draw even more from the legendary MK4. The goal seems clear. Adapt for a new era while keeping the spirit of the Supra alive, from a Celica with a bigger engine to the iron-willed legend of the MK4. From a Hollywood hero to a controversial comeback kid, the Toyota Supra's story is one of evolution. It's a car that is always punched above its weight, defined by an engine that became a myth and immortalized by a culture that made it an icon. It proves that a legend isn't just built with metal, but with moments, memories, and an unbreakable bond with the people who live and breathe the machine. What's your favorite Supra generation? And what moment do you think made it a true icon? Let us know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this story, be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss the next one. Thanks for watching.